Got my bags checked in. Gonna go over to the gate now, go through TSA, all that fun stuff. Luckily I have TSA pre-check, so it shouldn't be that hard. It's a new world flying with COVID.
Basically, folks, if you don't wear your seatbelt, you have to get off the airplane. If you don't wear your mask, you gotta go. Not wearing your mask.
Just arrived to Orange County Santa Ana Airport for John Wayne. Gonna be meeting up with, actually I'm not even sure who I'm gonna be meeting up. Our original plan fell through, so Jeff is organizing everything while I was in air. So let's find out who we're gonna meet. Hey, I just landed and I got my bags. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just got my bag.
Okay.
Who's gonna meet me here? What's the plan?
Jesus Christ, how big of a bag did you bring? Would you just shove all your gear in it?
Basically, like the tripod, all that other shit, the drone, the batteries.
You're taking the Kuya back. Frank's gonna pick you up. He only lives 15 minutes away, so I think he might have already taken off.
Okay.
Because I give you your flight info, but I put the number in WhatsApp.
Okay.
Just give him a call.
Do you know where we're heading off to first?
So, no idea now.
Okay.
We will leave this up to you, man.
Well, are you hungry?
I'm good right now.
You're good.
I had
okay.
a nice hearty breakfast earlier before I left.
Okay. In that case, we can probably, depending on what you want to shoot.
Okay.
I talked to Jeff, and he was pretty much balls in your court or our court, like whatever we want.
Yeah.
So he said he had a buddy locally.
Okay.
That was a fabricator.
Okay.
I don't think he sent me his info yet.
Yeah, he mentioned something about that. He hasn't sent that
Yeah.
yet.
So I'm gonna head out Campus Drive.
Okay.
Just because we can kill some time before we hop on a freeway and go real far.
Sounds good.
So the plan that I was thinking we could do is he mentioned he wanted some kind of urban lifestyle. He sent me some links to another guy.
Yeah.
That he had some for ideas. So we could probably head to Santa Ana.
Okay.
In the warehouse district.
Perfect.
And probably get some of those shots.
Nice.
So now we're gonna head over to a spot called the Great Park. This was like it's a huge park. It was meant to rival the park in New York City, Central Park, but it never happened. Like this was like an idea before the crash happened in 2007, and so this is going to be like a massive park. It was going to be probably one of the largest parks in California, public parks, and then the crash happened, and all those ideas kind of just went down the tubes. It used to be, the reason it's so huge, and the reason that you're going to find, like they were able to find this much land in SoCal, is because it used to be El Toro Airfield, and the runway is still there. A lot of the field and buildings are still there, and so now part of the park is slowly kind of getting chopped up into like homes or now soccer fields, and the runway gets used all the time for like filming and fun stuff. Oh, I'm in the wrong lane. No, I'm not. Sorry. Talking and driving. And so the section we're going to now is the old Marine Base Depot, where they have all the storage buildings, all the docks, and there should still be 2 hangars there, and then the runway. So we'll see if we get access. We may or may not. It kind of shifts depending on if they get too much traffic there. They'll close off access to that old part of the base, but see if we get lucky. I'm Frank Martinez, also known as Trucky McTruckface, and this is my rig. This is the FJ Cruiser that is known as Trucky McTruckface, and I'm Frank, like I said, part of the Rig for Dirt team, and this has been kind of my pride and joy for the last 3 years. It's a 2013 Toyota, and 3-inch lift, sitting on Kings with cambered suspension up front, and it takes me everywhere we need to go. We can walk around this way if you want to check out more of what exactly goes into it. First off, like I said, the lift is a King suspension. That's extended travel coilovers on the front, 2.5-inch, cambered kinetic upper control arms and lower control arms on 1-inch uniballs. That basically gives me all the travel and articulation that I need up front to get the job done. In the rear, I have Icon suspension billet control arms, so top and bottom, and plus 3-inch springs, and that's mostly to support the weight that goes into these builds and all the gear that we carry when we start going deep into the backcountry. I went all-terrains on this one, and that's mostly because the whole purpose of this build was definitely to be more utilitarian and less showy. Even though the red kind of made it a little flashy, it was meant to be very, very utilitarian and all functional. So all-terrains really round out what we do because we spend a lot of time on the highway. About 80 to 70% of what we do is on highway until we get to the dirt. So all-terrains really work well, and these tires work fantastic. All conditions, dirt, rock, snow, sleet, you name it, they've been through it, cross-country trips and all. Those are wrapped around a set of 17-inch fuel off-road Zephyr wheels in candy red, and really can't go wrong there. They really kind of set off the cement color. I was really hesitant when it came to getting that red. I'm not normally for loud colors, as you can tell. I got a gray vehicle, but after seeing them on there, I was done. I was like, this is it. This sets off the gray so wonderfully. So that's what I ended up with. Again, DeMello does a really good job of keeping that kind of stock aesthetic and not really changing the shape or look of the vehicle, giving you more clearance, giving you more power, more strength in the bumper and your armor. And then I've got the same thing, KC G4 fogs tucked into the corner pockets there, so that if I need extra lighting when I'm trying to back up in that pitch darkness, or just need some camp light to see what's going on, I can hit those separately. This guy up here is one of the KC multifunction chase bars, and this is essential, especially when you're off-roading in the Southwest or even in Baja. There's a ton of dust. Dust it can completely obstruct your view, and so what this does is it puts all my lighting, my tail lighting, up high, especially my chase light, which is the amber lights. Those things can be seen and they'll cut through dirt, and that's probably one of the most talked about things in the trail, most impressive things on the trail people see. They're like, man, I could see you a half mile away through clouds of dust. I could still see where you were, and that's mostly a big safety issue. The Goose Gear seat delete sleep platform, and so what that does is exactly that. It's a seat delete. It completely takes out the rear seats and gives you a perfectly flat panel, because for all the things that Toyota does right, one of the things that they didn't do is that when you fold the seat down, you don't get a flat platform, right? You've got kind of this hump that goes up about 1.5 inches, so you can't, it really gets in the way. Probably one of my favorite pieces of gear that I carry with me on my trips. This is by a sponsor, Power Tank. If you don't know what this is, you need to look into it. It's essentially, this is a 10-pound CO2 tank. And what this does is it allows me to fill up my tires. It allows me to run air tools. It's a really kind of performance enhancing bit of gear that's in the truck. And plus the guys over at Power Tank, Steve and Tyler, are awesome. They've been building these for years, and the amount of functionality that I get out of this is ridiculous. one of my favorite things is I'm able to fill this thing up, all 4 tires after a day of wheeling, probably 2 minutes. It takes me longer to remove the valve stems from the tires than it does to fill them up to street PSI.
Now looks like we have all of our yellow drivers. So if you are in the yellow run group, you should be in the video, and if you're in any other run group.
Oh, good to meet you, Dutch.
Yeah.
So what brings you out here? There's a lot of action and a lot of excitement that I see going on
It's
here.
a lot of fun. I've been doing it for a long time, since they started in probably 2005.
Nice.
A couple of SCCA guys decided to start the local Porsche club, and from there it's just grown. Super exciting. You learn amazing car skills. You can do anything in a car after you've done that for a year or two.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you know if you have to do some maneuver where you need to escape an accident or whatever, you know what your car is going to do. So,
That's true, right? You get a lot of that
yeah.
driver IQ, we call it, where we come from.
All right, brother. Well, cheers,
All right.
man.
Cheers.
It's been fun so far.
Yeah. Now we live the life for a few minutes and eat some delicious food.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, this is welcome to my stomping grounds.
Yeah.
So we had ourselves a tasty lunch. One of my favorite places, Asada. That place is clutch. Now what we're gonna do,
It was delicious.
right?
Stuffed.
That place will leave you satisfied every time. Now we're gonna go visit a good friend of ours, a friend of mine. I say ours, but you don't know him yet.
Oh, you know, you're friends with my friends.
But he's definitely friends with all my friends too. I guess that's what I meant. His name's Olaf. Olaf is really cool. He's got a sweet Land Rover, a Discovery. I think it's a Disco 2. He might correct me. It's better that he says what it is. Let's put it that way. I'm not a big aficionado of the Land Rover genre. So he's got this really cool thing that he's built that when you see it, that's the vehicle that you think of when you think like Safari Expedition build. Like, it's got the nice big quintessential Safari windows, big steel tube roof rack, big round lights, like the big round KC lights. Like, it's a Safari rig. Nice big tires on solid axles. This thing flexes like nobody's business. It's actually pretty badass. We've taken it on some gnarly trails, and he's done some impressive wheeling with it, and he's had it for a while. So you guys are gonna meet Olaf. Olaf is dope, just like his rig. Look at that sweet Land Cruiser. Oh, blasphemy! He would have punched me if he heard me say that.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, right? You'd be so mad.
Need more action.
You'd be so mad.
Like Queen Elizabeth would drive this.
Right?